very good afternoon, everybody. It gives me really great pleasure to welcome all of you here today on behalf of Carly and Gerard on this very happy and very special occasion as we celebrate their marriage. Is mór an áthas domsa, fáilte mór a chuireadh chuireadh son Carly agus Gerard agus muide calúra an lá iontach speisialta grábhar seo, pósa Carly agus Gerard. Now, Carly and Gerard wanted a wedding ceremony that would be the right one for them, while at the same time being a very personal and a very memorable day for all of you. Most of all, they wanted each of you to feel very much a part of this happy occasion. And a special thank you, actually, to say to all of you from travelling from near and far to be with them today for this special day. So my name is Siobhan Walls. I am a humanist celebrant, accredited by the Humanist Association of Ireland, and I am a registered marriage solemniser, and that means that I'm authorised by the state to legally marry Gerard and Carly here this afternoon, and it is my pleasure to assist with their wedding ceremony. Now, humanism, if you're not familiar with it, is what you describe as an ethical lifestyle. It places human values at the centre of its philosophy. It's about compassion, it's about reason, it's about taking responsibility and treating others with respect. And it is inclusive, so regardless of your worldview or philosophy, you are all so very welcome here today. We are, of course, always united by our common humanity, but today we are united as a community with Carly and Gerard on their wedding day. And a humanist wedding ceremony, of course, is very much about two people, these two people sitting in front of me. It's about Carly and Gerard coming together today, celebrating their love for each other, and very importantly, making a commitment to one another in the company of you, the people who are closest to them. Now, the vows that they will exchange here in just a little while, in the presence of the people they love and those whose friendship they enjoy and value, will demonstrate both their love and their commitment now and into the future. And of course, those of you who are here today have a special relationship with one, perhaps with both of them, and your presence here this afternoon, well, first, it adds significance to this ceremony, but also it adds support to their marriage. In the years ahead, as Gerard and Carly adapt to changing circumstances, it may very well be to you that they turn for support and for company and for laughter. And in this event, your support will be all the more valuable for having been here with them today. But what I'd like to do now is to take a moment to remember those who are not with us today, particularly Gerard's dad, John. We can be sure he would have been so very happy for Gerard and Carly on this, their wedding day. And John and other family members and loved ones are, of course, in our thoughts today and remembered with much love and affection. So what I'd like to do now is invite Gerard and Carly, if you'd like to go around here, please, and light, please, this candle to remember those not with us today. That brings us now to the first of a couple of readings specially chosen for today's ceremony. This first one is going to be read for us by a friend of the bride and groom's, Rachel, and it's called Take Time by an anonymous author. Rachel.
Take time to be gentle to each other. Remember, Words harshly spoken trouble the spirit, heart, and mind. Take time to talk to each other. The secret to understanding is open communication. Don't be afraid to speak your mind, but listen in return, and listen carefully, wisely, and not selfishly. Take time to remember why you chose one another, and don't try to change one another, but learn to grow and value one another. Take time to show respect and be a friend to one another. Admiration can be seen by that look, by that smile, by that touch. Be a good teacher, be a good student. You have so much to share and offer one another. Take time to disagree. It clears the air, the lungs, and never agree to carry a row over to tomorrow. Remember, there are others in this world. Don't live only for each other. You are also part of families and have friends. Don't block their love. Lastly, take time to be loving. It's what everybody needs, every hour of every day for the rest of your lives. Love each other as we love you today and always. And go on your way knowing there are others here today who love you almost as much as you love one another.
Thank you indeed. I think some applause for that for Rachel. Thank you. And now, today, as we celebrate, of course, Carly and Gerard coming here today to join together as a married couple, there's a number of close friends and family who would like to share with them some of their wishes for their new life together. So I'd like to invite the four of you up together, if you'd like to come forward. First, Francis, the groom's cousin, Kate, who is a friend of the groom's mother, Kirk, the bride's uncle, and Peter, the bride's brother. I'm going to ask the four of you to line up in front of the table if you would, because you can all stay here, but you're going to read in turn, obviously, the wishes for Carly and Gerard. Francis.
I wish for you in the spring of your marriage, may you grow together and support one another in this, the beginning of your new married life.
I wish for you in the summer of your marriage, may you make happy memories in abundance and may your love continue to bloom.
I wish for you in the autumn of your marriage, may you remain aware of each other's needs and continue to adapt to all of life's changes.
I wish for you in the winter of your marriage, may the light of your love guide you through the dark days and provide you comfort in the most trying of times.
Thank you indeed, Francis, Kate, Kirk, and Peter. Thanks indeed. Thank you. If you'd like to take your seat. Now that brings us to the first part of what's known as the Unity Candle Ceremony, which really it symbolises the very essence of what a wedding ceremony is all about. So in this absolutely stunning floral arrangement, I have to say, we have three candles here. The one on this side is to symbolise and represent Gerard and of course his family, and the one this side for Carly and the family that she comes from. So with that in mind, what I'd like to do now is invite Carly's mother Pauline and Gerard's mother Helen. Ladies, if you'd like to come up, and you're now going to light those two candles on behalf of Carly and Gerard.
That's your way.
And a thank you to Pauline and Helen. And then a little later on in our ceremony, I'll be asking Carly and Gerard to come forward and take the flames lit by their mothers and together light the centre unity candle as a symbol of their coming together in marriage. And on the subject of marriage, the reason, of course, we are all gathered here today, I have a few words. As I've said, marriage is first and foremost a celebration of the love which two people share. It is a major and significant event, not just in their lives, but of course in the lives of the people who are close to them. Out of that routine of everyday life, today is a very special day. Marriage joins two people who trust the love that they have found. It is a partnership in which each can grow and be their true self, while still sharing in the development of the other. And true love, as I think we all know, is not that first flaring up of the fire, new and bright and spectacular though that is. It is rather the careful tending which gives warmth and comfort over a long time. Marriage, a wedding ceremony like this, is essentially a statement being made by a couple to the people around them of what they know. And what they know is that they have found the love and the friendship and the support that they wish to share for the rest of their lives. So what really matters on an occasion like this, when a couple have made that big decision to join their lives, is that they have absolute certainty that they're right for each other. They must be sure that their feelings will be lasting and not fleeting, and they must of course have thought about the future which stretches ahead of them and the demands that future will make on them. And Gerard and Carly have thought about these things and understand what is required of them, both as individuals and together as a couple, if this commitment is to last in the way that they want it to last. They know they can pledge themselves to each other with certainty and with confidence. Now, of course, what we don't know is what the future may bring into your lives, but we do know that you two will meet all of life's challenges together. And with that in mind, may you have patience in time of strain, strength in time of weakness, courage in time of discouragement, vision in time of doubt, and above all, a growing love. Now, I know you've been together for some time already, and you are already very well established as a couple. So some people might say, well, what difference does today make? Well, today does make a difference, because today brings a new formality to your relationship, a new phase to your relationship. As you come here and in the presence of your families and your friends, you make promises to each other to live from this day on as husband and wife. Now that brings us to another reading, this one about a wedding ceremony. It's by an American writer called Robert Fulghum. It's called very simply Union, and it's going to be read for us by a friend of the bride and groom's, Dave. Dave, where are you?
You've known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed you've been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those conversations that began with when we're married and continued with I will and you will and we will, all those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters at the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed, well I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment you have been many things to one another, acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher. For all you've learned from one another these past few years. Shortly, you shall say a few words, and that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you indeed. And that has brought us to what is really the most important part of today's ceremony, when we will be asking Carly and Gerard to speak those words which in the presence of all of you gathered here with them today will seal their union. I'm going to ask you both to stand, if you would, turn and face each other. So now, to get these vows started, we are going to have a little thing called hand fasting. So I'm going to begin that by asking Gerard and Carly, and this is to borrow a few words from a Mr. William Shakespeare. Please now join your hands together, and with your hands, your hearts. So now, with your hearts joined, I am going to tie your hands together, and this with this little ribbon. And what I'm going to do then is read the words on hand fasting. And this hand fasting tradition, it's an ancient Celtic tradition from which comes the expression, tying the knot. So now, these are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. The hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. The hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow, and as in today, a few tears of joy. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children, the hands that will help you to hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength whenever you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Now, I will remove that ribbon, but you can keep your hands joined, because we have now come to the legal declarations, and I am first required by law to ask Gerard and Carly if they know of any impediment to their marriage. Gerard, do you know of any impediment to your marriage to Carly?
I know of no impediment to my marriage to Carly.
And Carly, do you know of any impediment to your marriage to Gerard?
I know of no impediment to my marriage to Gerard.
That's all excellent news. And now, do you, Thomas Gerard Fitzgerald, take Carly Louise Dalrymple to be your wife, to share a relationship of love and tenderness and laughter, to confide in and trust above all others, to respect and stand by her in everything as an equal partner, but above all else, to love and cherish her?
I do.
And do you, Carly Louise Dalrymple, take Thomas Gerard Fitzgerald to be your husband, to share a relationship of love and tenderness and laughter, to confide in and trust above all others, to respect and stand by him in everything as an equal partner, but above all else to love and cherish him?
I do.
Thanking you. Now, Carly and Gerard have written, very nice I have to say, I've had a sneak preview, personal vows to each other, which they're going to read to each other just now. Gerard, if you'd like to start.
Carly, you are my rock, my absolute everything. I promise to make your dreams mine, to support you, to cherish you, and to devote my life to your happiness. You are the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. I will be faithful, loving, and always there to comfort you. I will care for you, stand beside you, and share with you all of life's highs and lows from this day forward and all the days of my life.
And now, Carly, the spotlight falls on you if you'd like to read your vows to Gerard.
I promise to hold your heart tenderly and to protect it fiercely. I promise to always laugh with you and to also take the time to talk about the important things. I promise to share your dreams and help you achieve your goals. I will never stand behind you or in front of you. I will always stand beside you. I promise to be supportive, loyal, and to be honest with you. To cherish, value, and protect the families that we have, the family that we are becoming today, and the family that we have yet to come. Everything in life takes work, and I promise you that I will never stop working on us. I choose you for all of my yesterdays, especially my today. the days to come and forever evermore. You're my only. I love you.
So now, we need a couple of rings. Dara, I believe you have them. Why don't you come around this side, Dara? And if you'd like to hold out the rings, and Gerard and Carly, can I invite you to take each other's ring from Dara, please? Thanks indeed, Dara. So now I'm going to ask you both to seal the vows you have shared with each other by the giving and receiving of rings. The perfect circle of the ring, of course, symbolizes eternity. The precious metal they are made from came from the ground as a rough ore and was heated and purified and shaped and polished. And something very beautiful was made from raw elements. And love is like that. It comes from humble beginnings made by imperfect beings. It is the process of making something beautiful where once there was nothing at all. Gerard, please now place the ring on Carly's finger and repeat after me. I, Gerard.
I, Gerard.
Take you, Carly, to be my wife.
Take you, Carly, to be my wife.
And with this ring I marry you.
And with this ring I marry you.
And join my life to yours.
And join my life to yours.
Thank you.
I'll get there.
And now, Carly, please place the ring on Gerard's finger and repeat after me. I, Carly.
I, Carly.
Take you, Gerard, to be my husband.
Take you, Gerard, to be my husband.
And with this ring I marry you.
And with this ring I marry you.
And join my life to yours.
And join my life to yours.
May these rings stand for you both as symbols of your love for each other, looking inwards and outwards, an embrace that binds without imprisoning, a support that reassures without restricting. The wedding bands that Carly and Gerard have exchanged are a confirmation of the vows that they have made. Now, you'll recall a little earlier in our ceremony, your mothers lit the 2 candles behind me to represent you as individuals and your 2 families. I'd like to invite you now to go, if you would, behind the table, take the flame lit by your mothers, and together light that centre unity candle as a symbol of the coming together of your 2 lives and 2 families. So, Gerard and Carly, you have just freely consented to join your lives. You have pledged yourselves to each other by the exchanging of rings and the exchanging of vows. And in the presence of everyone gathered here with you today, I am absolutely delighted to pronounce you husband and wife. Time now for that kiss. And ladies and gentlemen, so just a little something we're going to do now, but first I'd just like to take a moment to thank Maria and our musicians for the wonderful music for today's ceremony. So you may be wondering, I let the bride and groom sit down again for the closing words, and then I remembered that I'd forgotten something. And the something is what's called an anniversary box. Hold it up there, Ger, and let us show this off. A nice box with their names, and today's date written on it, and inside is a very nice bottle of wine. So, and they also have in their hands, hold them up and show us, what they have done is, they have written each other love letters this week as they approach their wedding day. Letters about how they feel approaching their wedding day and their hopes for the future, etc. So the idea is now, they're going to put the letters into the box with the lovely wine, and they are going to leave that box closed until the 22nd of March 2024, their 5th wedding anniversary. And then they can open the wine, open the letters, which they will look forward to, hopefully maybe in 5 years. Be reminded of all those reasons that they chose each other as partners. So well done, thank you very much. Now take your seats for a few closing words. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, just your best attention for one moment. So when Carly and Gerard and their wedding party and immediate family walk down the aisle, they're not going to do a receiving line here. What they'll do is they will catch up with all of you a little later on at the Heritage Hotel. Meanwhile, when the ceremony is over, you can all make your way out this door, the door you entered through, and make your way directly to the Heritage Hotel, where drinks and food will be served as soon as you arrive. So the other thing to note is those of you will have seen some little confetti holders on your seats. Please now untie those ribbons, hold on to it for a moment, but have it at the ready to throw at the bride and groom, all over them, as they pass you by. Okay, gently. So gently. You're getting very excited about this confetti. Now, ladies and gentlemen, get yourselves organised for the confetti. Very good. Just your attention, please, for another moment. I would like to conclude the ceremony, let you all get on with the day's celebrations, and I would like to conclude with some parting thoughts for the bride and groom. Carly and Gerard, go forward in your life together with the very good wishes of these people who love you ringing in your ears. Go forward to a life of joy and fulfillment, of tolerance and peace. Remember this wonderful day, all of these people who came to wish you well, the words you've spoken, the emotions you've been feeling, those beautiful rings which symbolize all the meaning of this occasion. May your home be a place of happiness for yourselves and for all family and friends who enter into it. May your love for each other continue to grow. May it deepen and increase so that you are forever, as you are, right this moment, so happily in love and so glad to be married to one another. I'm going to finish with the traditional Irish blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon the fields. May the light of friendship guide your paths together. May the laughter of children grace the halls of your home. And may the joy of living for one another trip a smile from your lips and a twinkle from your eye. Now, ladies and gentlemen,